Good afternoon. My name's Susie and I'm the Quantum Healing Medium and founder of the Quantum Healing Medium Studios. I started my journey in 2013 and that started me on my spiritual quest to look for something more in my life. I'd had a miscarriage when I was in 2013 and I was feeling quite lost and found myself outside of the spiritual church. The one in Three Bridges, and I was only going out to buy a can of Coke, Diet Pepsi actually, and I ended up going into the spiritual church where the wonderful Nigel Gaff, the English medium, was on platform, and from then I went and saw Nigel a first few times. And then I decided to sit in his development circle, and that's where everything kind of took off for me. I learned a lot from him, and then I started learning a lot for myself. And then I started doing card readings. Kind of earlier on, I found out that actually that was something that really resonated with me, and it's something that I was really good at, and that I picked it up naturally. You know, when you have that natural intuitive instinct, and for that I did, and for a long time I just did the card readings and kind of worked on myself. I did a lot of shadow work, a lot of inner work. I actually only went to Circle to do that, really. And that was the reason I did. I'm dyslexic, so I never thought I'd have my own business. So it's amazing that I'm in this position. To be fair, this is the second business I have run. I helped set up my husband's business, which is now Inspire Estates. So after saying I can't do something, one thing I thought I couldn't do, I've actually done it twice. So if anyone's listening to this, never let anything hold you back. I know if you are dyslexic, it is a difficult world sometimes to navigate and live in. If you're suffering from mental health issues, I know again how hard that could be. I've been there, done that, and still going through it with family members. But I know that there is something more than what we are being shown and what we are being given. And that was that quest that put me onto my spiritual path. So after we're still sitting with Nigel in the circle, I felt like I needed to do some more healing on myself. So I went off and kind of went down the healing route. And then I learned about Dolores Cannon, wonderful lady who worked it out, along with Louise Hay as well, is that emotions are connected to physical pain. They were one of the first two people to realise that. So that's when I learned that modality. I went and got qualified in QHHT, which is taking you back to past lives, which is amazing because it shows you that part as well, or why you've got these certain hang-ups, why you think the way you think. And it also sometimes it just goes with just this lifetime, going back to this childhood, something that you've heard, seen, and it has such a wonderful effect on people, especially skeptics as well, that like sometimes people go under, don't remember it, and wake up and go, oh my gosh, I'm pain free. Now you have to then train the ego mind to remember this is your new way of life, otherwise you can go back. But I've had some really good people come through the door that have it's life changing, especially addictions as well. It works for addictions, it works for anything, back pain, especially I've got back pain myself, which is why I mentioned it. And then just find out what your core beliefs are. And in a QHHT session, we can go over to the spirit side and speak to loved ones over there. And also, if you're not spiritual, it still works because we take it, it's just the ego mind needs it explained in a different way, which is the same. It's chemicals. Depression is only a chemical imbalance. Cortisol level goes up, serotonin level goes down. It goes into your cells, the chemicals, and the memory will release. If we get to the memory, it releases that chemical within the body, and then that scale then becomes a neutral cell. And it's again what you're gonna what are you going to put into that? What if you had a blank canvas, what are you going to paint on it? And it's, you know, if it's negative, then you might go back to your own ways. If you keep it positive and light, then, you know, the endless possibilities. So yeah, that's my kind of story. I then developed more in a light language, which is relatively a new modality for everybody. So it's kind of come in probably light languages when we started kind of doing part of the ascension. So I can also help you with the ascension process, you know, going into new energies, higher vibrational energies. So kind of, you know, last couple of years people have been talking about it, and it's something that was ignited in me that I didn't even know it was there. You know, I just started talking in a different language, and first of all I was thinking, wow, what is this? And then now it becomes very natural to me, and I realized it happened in a QHHC session that it clears the physical body as well as the energetic body. And that is that light language is very much like some people, you know, when you first start talking, it sounds very much like baby talk. And there's different dialects, different toning. Some people write, some people sing, some people just hand movements. So like this is like light codes. Talking that's talking. It's a different dialect. It's all different dialects, and then there's singing. So it's all different aspects of it. Some people don't do all of it. I don't tend to code. I don't tend to write, more kind of on the what I've just been explaining, but there's all parts of that as well. And that's your language, it's your birthright. Everyone can speak it. Some people might not have it on their templates and don't want to ignite it, and that's okay. It's not within their life plan for this this incarnation on this side and on this plane even. I'm also qualified now, moving it kind of a little bit more mainstream. I'm also qualified in mental health for children and young people. It's something I actually did within the lockdown as well. And sound healing. And light language is again a form of sound healing. It can really work on children, especially children with autism, etc. That can really help. I've got some new, I've kind of obviously you learn what you're doing, home or craft, know kind of what I'm doing, and which is what I've done over the last 8 years. So I've kind of got some new services now that I'm offering, which one of them is parties. So they're like, so they would be card reading parties. I'm doing it at discount price at the moment. So the host will will be free. And it's a minimum of 6 people, and everyone else pays £25. As I say, it's discounted at the moment. So the host is free, so you need to get 6 people, not including the host. And then I will come round to you and do the readings kind of on a one-to-one basis, so you haven't got to worry about the whole COVID thing. And they would come in one by one. So yeah, that's one of the things I'm doing. I'm also doing a light language activation of the pineal gland, which is, you know, some people know it's a pineal gland. You know it as the third eye, because yeah, that's what we kind of learned when I was awakening, as they like to say, stepping into my true power. So I've also got that as well, the facial and activate it with a light language coding on there. So with the facials, and then so just the facial, half an hour facial, and then a light language kind of coding as well. So it's about an hour. And if you for that one, it is she's thinking now is £80. If you then want to add on the guided meditation as well, so that's probably that would be 45 minutes, not an hour. So that one's about 45 minutes for £80, though I like to chat, so sometimes it's 45 to an hour. If you're looking at add it on the guided meditation as well, you'll be that would be more like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. That's going to be 111. And if you're looking also for all of that package, and with a light language transmission and a guided meditation as well, it's coming up. That would probably just trying to think of how long that would actually be, putting this all together. So you can kind of mix and match what you want, but you're probably looking about two and a half hours for that, 2.5 hours, and that would be 222. So if you are interested in anything, then we've got BQH sessions, QHHT, which kind of goes in, and that's blank, so that kind of goes in. We're here for about 6 to 7 hours, but I've also realised that people might not want to be there for that amount of time, so we can do like just work on one thing. Maybe you just want to work on anger, or you might want to work on, I would always promote the whole thing, because I've seen how profound, how wonderful the session will be, and how much you can get out of it. But we can look at just doing one aspect, and then it wouldn't be as long. If we were doing that, we'd probably be looking about 3 hours rather than the 6 to 7 hours. But again, if you're interested in any of these, there'll be other videos. That's just giving me an overview. There's other videos that would explain more on that. So thank you for listening to me. This is I've just launching this today, moving everything off my private page and putting it here. I just think finding that's easy. So there will be competitions, there will be talks, the lives that will go on here, and then card readings. I'll get anyone that wants a reading, pick about a random, and then I'll come on and I'll do a video just for you, and we'll go on a live, and we'll do things like that. Okay, so if you need to connect with me, my details are below, and I say just ping me a message on Messenger from here, or my email address is the quantumhealingmedium@gmail.com, and my website's www.quantumhealingmedium.com. Thank you for listening to me, and I look forward to connecting with you. Take care. Bye-bye.